Fight those records, please.
Promotional night is coming up. It's Celtics Mug Night. Every fan in attendance gets their very own mug. Perfect for your morning coffee or late afternoon tea. The National Basketball Association and the Boston Celtics are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, acting in the code of interrupting play, spectators engaging in self-behavior, subject to rejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or your staff.
The playoffs have arrived, and a young duo looks to make a new splash. The Boston Celtics enter the postseason with the best record in the conference. But now, the stakes are higher. Will their dominance be tested as they go up against the 76ers? Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
Welcome, everyone. The regular season is in the books. The battle for the East begins. Round 1, Game 1. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the taking a look at Boston. Greg, we know the confidence around this organization is extremely high. They feel like this is their series to lose.
And you know, they have an edge playing at home. They also probably have an edge in talent level. But I'll tell you what, any number of things can shift momentum in a series. You need to try and make quick work of this one and get to the second round. Truly survive in advance, isn't it? Amen. Look at the 76ers starting group. Inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. Patrick Beverly out there at Gordon. And it's George in at the small forward position. And for the inside scoop on MP, and I mean inside, let's send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I asked MP about the jitters coming into this, his first ever playoff appearance. He said what keeps him calm is preparation. Watching film, visualizing what he needs to do out on the floor, he believes that he and his teammates are ready for this challenge. Guys?
I think they are, D.A. No one puts more work in than MP. And we thank you, D.A., for the report. Gordon kicks to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid. And it's White with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Embiid passes to Brown. Here's Tatum. Back to MP. 6 on the shot clock. The tray. Brown, no good. For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Embiid. Back to Beverly. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid.
Patrick Beverly on the inside. Okay, we see you.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Tatum passes to MP. Brown finds MP. And it's Jason Tatum with a 3. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
The rise and fire by Jason Tatum. Ready to catch it and score it immediately.
Beverly the pass to Martin. Back to Beverly for the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. He has 5.
Patrick Beverly getting more catch-and-shoot opportunities, and boy, is he shot ready on the catch.
And Tatum the bucket on the assist by MP. MP's got 4 assists in the game. And Beverly kicks to Gordon. Here's the floater. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Boston making some changes. Horford comes in for Porzingis. And it's Drew Holiday in for White. Drummond's checked in for the 76ers. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And the basket by Tatum.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Martin finds Beverly. Back to Martin. Pass to Gordon. Excellent D there from Holiday.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it there.
And here's MP for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. 1:19 left to play in the first. Beverly for 3. Outside for George. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against Charlotte just was phenomenal. He scored 35 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. Games like he had have been a big part of this team's hot streak. They'll look to keep it going tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Beverly. Launches a 3. And Tatum pulls it down. MP against Beverly. And here's MP for 3. Can't hit that one. Tie game in Boston. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. See what this quarter has in store for us. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
Well, they've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And so, in the game for the 76ers, they've got Martin. Terry is out there with Lowry. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Embiid in at the center, filling out the middle. Martin with the screen for Oubre. Good on the three-point shot.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's White. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The 76ers trail. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Embiid. Misses off the left iron.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
White dishes to Embiid. Here's Tatum. Off with the layup.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
On the wing, Embiid. While recovering, sinks the triple. MP's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And of course, he makes good use of it.
Lowry passes to Martin. Here we go.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Tillman, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Molinari comes in for Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in for Jason Tatum. Kicks it out to MP. Fires for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Embiid finds Beverly. And here's Embiid. Pass to Martin. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. George is checked in for the 76ers. Gordon comes in for Oubre. Gordon with it. Still without a basket. Up top, Embiid. Pocket 6. Embiid sets the pick for Beverly. Outside for Martin. The 76ers with another miss.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's MP. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Beverly. Takes it off the glass. Beverly's got 7 points.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Molinari outside. Pass to Brown. Back to MP. Here's Pritchard. Defended by Beverly. Molinari, a screen on Gordon. Oh, MP makes it look easy.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Al Horford is checked in for the Celtics. Holiday comes in for Pritchard. Andre Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. Outside Holiday. On kicks to MP. From past the arc. MP showing the range.
MP looking solid from there.
The 76ers trail by 7. Outside, George. Pass to Beverly. Lets a floater go. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And there's the bucket from MP.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
27 seconds left in the first half. Drummond dishes to Beverly. And they get it. And the layup is good. He's got 9.
Boy, you love to see this level of awareness from a big like Drummond. How about that feed to his teammate?
MP outside. Tillman passes to Holiday. On the wing, MP. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Boston Celtics heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back right after this.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Boston Celtics.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look. Not complicated at all.
I disagree. Patience and perspective is complicated. That's why many teams can't do it.
Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game one, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves and counter moves. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Boy, he's been aggressive looking for his shot. Remarkable effort on the offensive end in that first half.
White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's MP in at the point. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Pass to George. A three ball. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 7 points in the game.
Boy, Paul George now taking double the amount of threes he did when he first came to the league. Incredible.
Tatum's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Martin with it. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And it's Gordon missing. Martin against Tatum. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Beverly against MP. Beverly sets the screen for Martin. Off target from outside.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And White kicks to MP. Brown outside. On the wing, MP. Covered by Martin. The 76ers trail by 8. Outside Gordon. Pass to Embiid. Fades back. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Gordon. Martin wide open. He fires. Hits the three-point bomb.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Outside Tatum. Jacks up a three. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Now Beverly. 10 points in the game so far. There's Embiid. Embiid punches it down.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Tatum kicks to MP. Right the pass to Brown. And here's MP for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open. They just got burned.
Beverly the pass to Embiid. And oh, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
And it's no secret that Embiid enjoys the spotlight. When he gets a chance to show off some, he seizes it.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Boston making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Brown. And it's Holiday in for White. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Oubre's checked in. .146 left to play here in the third. George dishes to Beverly. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Back to Embiid. The kick out to Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Tatum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics. Philadelphia's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Beverly. Outside for George. Offline with his 3. Boston leading by 10. In the corner. Tatum with it. Over George. Tatum no good.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here. Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And here's Embiid for 3. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Oubre kicks to Martin. George passes to Beverly. Pass to Embiid. Shoots from 14, and he gets the jumper to drop. Embiid's got 14.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get checked in for the Celtics. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Caleb Martin's checked in for Kenyon Martin. George comes in for Kelly Oubre. Gordon's checked in for Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Kyle Lowry. So on the floor for Philadelphia. George in the front court alongside Martin. Patrick Beverly out there with Gordon. And it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. The rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. MV outside. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by George. And so George will bring it up with the 76ers. 8-point game. Pass to Gordon. Philadelphia moving the ball.
Better than most centers from the line. Indeed, exceptional with his ankle.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
And here's MP for three. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. MP's got 19 points.
You can see inexperience does not prevent MP from finding his spots and capitalizing.
And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
I really don't think there's a more impactful player in the league. Even on nights when his stats don't show it, Embiid changes everything when he's on the floor.
George against Brown. Outside Tatum. MP deciding where to go with it. Fires from deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down, and what will be a win here in game one of the series for the Celtics.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, three after three, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely. And I think their focus now has to be not on taking this win for granted. They should come out for game two with the same intensity and honestly maybe even more. You know they'll face a more focused team in the next one, so they may have to be just a little bit tougher.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jason Tatum.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Over to the wing. Here's Embiid.
Embiid. Assisted Patrick Beverly.
MP way outside. Misses the shot. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, the momentum is so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game two.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
This series is a war, and you just won a crucial battle.